Hey everyone, get comfy because I have a really special story for you today. It's all about adventure, about making big choices, and about finding your own way. This is the story of the mountain climbers.
But before we dive in, let me ask you something. Do you ever get that feeling where you just want to choose your own adventure? I'm not talking about a video game or a book. I mean in real life. You know, that feeling of wanting to pick a path that's exciting and just for you? Hold on to that thought, because our story kicks off with a really big choice.
Okay, picture this. Imagine a world where you have to choose between just two places to live. On one side, you've got this super cozy, warm valley, and on the other, a huge, icy mountain that practically touches the sky. So, which one would you pick?
Now, these two spots could not be more different. The easy valley, well, it's safe, it's comfortable for sure, but it's also packed with people, and everyone pretty much has to follow the same set of rules. Then there's the icy mountain. It's tough, it's cold, and honestly, not many people take that path. But up there, you get to make your own rules, your own way.
So, let's take a little trip, shall we? Let's go down into the easy valley and see what life is like where everything is warm and, well, kind of the same for everybody. Down here, life is pretty predictable. You know what you're going to do every day. It's definitely safe, but with everyone doing the exact same thing, it feels a little squished. Nobody really asks those big, important questions like, hey, why do we do things this way? Or, what if we tried something totally new? It's like everyone just agrees on what's good and what's bad. They all say yes to the same things and no to the same things all together. You could even say it's a life where you trade big dreams just to stay comfy. But every once in a while, a few people down in that valley would just stop. They'd look up past all the houses and all the crowds, and they'd see the snowy tops of the mountain. And deep down, they'd feel this little tug, this little voice inside whispering, I wonder, what's up there? And that's where we meet the heroes of our story, the brave climbers. These were the ones, the very few, who actually listened to that little voice and decided to do something totally different from everyone else. So what does it actually take to do that? To leave a warm, comfortable home and decide you're going to climb a giant, freezing mountain? It takes more than just strong muscles, that's for sure. It's about what you've got on the inside. What do you think they needed?
Well, it turns out they all had a kind of secret code with 4 key parts. First, they were honest with themselves and strong in their hearts. Second, and this is a big one, they didn't worry about what other people were thinking or saying about them. Third, they were brave enough to ask why. And last but maybe most important of all, they truly loved and trusted themselves to make the journey. And so, with those 4 things packed in their hearts, the climbers turned away from the valley. They to hear all the chatter from below. That's too crazy, or why would you ever leave? But they just tuned it out, took a deep breath, and started to climb, one step at a time.
They climbed up and up and up through the wind and the snow into the quiet of the sky. So the huge question is, what did they find? What was waiting for them on the other side of all that ice?
They found something amazing. A whole new land. A place that old stories described as being beyond the north, the ice, the death. But it wasn't a scary place at all. No, it was a place for a fresh start, far away from all the old rules of the valley. You know, there's actually a special name for people who find a place like this. They're called Hyperboreans. Yeah, it's a big word, I know. Let's try it. Hyperboreans. In old myths, these were happy people who lived in a secret, sunny land, totally hidden from the rest of the world. And our climbers, they had become just like them. Now, they didn't find a big treasure chest full of gold. Nope, what they found was so much better. In this amazing new land, they finally discovered a really powerful secret, the real secret to happiness.
And here's the secret they discovered. It's actually a pretty simple formula. First, know what you really truly want. That's your yes. Second, know what you need to leave behind. That's your no. And then you just walk in a straight line right toward your goal. That's it. That's the whole secret.
And that is the real lesson from our brave mountain climbers. This whole story isn't just about some mountain. It's really a story about all of us. It makes you stop and think, right? What is your goal?
Because you see, the real treasure wasn't that sunny new land they discovered. Not at all. The real happiness was in the journey itself. It was in the climbing. It was in the courage it took to leave the valley, to pick their own path, and most of all, it was in having that clear goal to walk towards every single day.
So that brings us right back to you. The story of the mountain climbers is really an invitation. It's asking every single one of us to look up from our own cozy valleys and ask ourselves a really big, really important question. What faraway mountain, what big dream, what amazing adventure will you decide to climb?